Blessed ones of the nations of the world. One more time, this is your brother Dan Moses of Say El Sakodi of TRC, Ghana, coming to you with a program, Testimony, New World, Disorder, on this 19th of January 2022. But before we begin with what to do, even as we have received the expose before this, we want to welcome each other one more time by saying Akwaba, Akwaba, Allen, Sahale, Shagitam. Welcome, Nganjoni, Benvindo. You are welcome, Kuso, Diwo to San Yusenyo, Okukulaba, Mauya, Mingalaba, Boye, Malamo, Karibu, Ekabo, No, O, Sanu, Dezua, Enkwang de Hena, Mitash, Duburo, Pezaluvat, Bine Ivinit, Barigalos, Vita Ichi, Ayubon, Dobridoya, Velkommen, Estan, Hozot, Walang, Anoman, Bienvenue, Bienvenido, Namaste, Swagetam, Kush, Amadid, Baruch, Haba, Marhaba, Wang Yong Haminida, Wang Ying, Nyejeko, Anyamime, Nyejeko, We Zolo Novio, Miawezo, Akwaba to the program. Testimony, New World, Disorder. You know, Testimony, New World Disorder is the program through which we get to know what is happening to Ghana, America, humanity, and the nations of the world. And by the same program, we are well get to receive some divine guide, divine direction, divine insight that we may know what to do. Blessed ones. We are on what to do. Humanity and the nations of the world. They have killed my people as and when they please. I did not resort to any weaponry of violence against anybody. They have hoped that they would find any evil in me, so they will use it as the cause to get me killed. That they may cover up the shame of having killed my people. Yet God gave not them one. So they chose what they know to do. Since the genesis of this book, murder, like Cain did to Abel. They sought to get me murdered, but they woefully failed. Humanity and the nations of the world. Akwaba to the program. Testimony, New World Disorder. And to what to do. In the book Occupy Till I Come, which the United Nations has occupied till I come. And they have exploited it and sticks within the United Nations has shamelessly continued to pursue aid the hands of my killers to seek to get me assassinated. The book Occupied Till I Come, which is with the International Criminal Court, ICC, The Hague, which has presided over this heinous crimes against Ghana and humanity since 2012. 10 years. The book Occupy Till I Come, which the African Union has. There is a statement in that book refer, I want to bring our minds to that statement. It says, when a man stands courageously, he is used by God. I will take it again. When a man stands courageously, he is used by God. But when politicians seem courageous, they exploit women. You didn't hear that. When politicians seem courageous, you better watch them. During time of their so-called courage, that they seem to be exuding so much power, they are in secrecy exploiting women for their evils. The Ghana Embassy, Washington, D.C., the Montgomery County Police, the FBI, the administration of Joe Biden, Mr. Gabriel Jesus, Mr. Who, the U.S. undercover agent, they hid behind a woman called Georgina Menu International Food Warehouse, used his store to willfully cover up the killing of the people of Ghana. Ghana Embassy, Washington, D.C. They hid behind a woman, political stakes, diplomatic stakes, religious stakes. They thought they owned the world, so they would do as they please. No law in America applied to them. And we have uniform police, shameless uniform police, assassination police, crime aiding police, whom since 2009 up to this 2022 have pursued hate crime. After this day, they were aiding Georgina Menu, a woman, because they know that their own laws do not permit the killing of Africans and the willful cover-up of the Africans. It is abhorred by the laws of the US and international law. So they hid behind Georgina Menu. They thought they could end my life. They could not succeed. And they pushed their ulterior button of the US undercover agent through the 7-Eleven company, that they might expedite their assassination agenda against me. On the 10th of January 2022, through the 7-Eleven company, God thwarted their purpose, their intent, their evil orchestration. They stepped it up. That on 17th of January, they must finalize it. Come Friday, this Friday, God would let us understand why the date, the 17th. That he intended to get me assassinated. God will uncover it to us. Blessed ones of the nations of the world. Akwaba to the program. Testimony, you all this. Joe, you are not smarter than God. Obama for 8 years hid behind this woman. And His Excellency Trump for 4 years hid behind this same woman. Joe, it is the same woman that you are hiding behind to tear down your own nation by hate crime. That is not courage. That is cowardly. You could not kill the African. Humanity, what to do is, what to do in the face of this open hate crime for one African, by which they are oppressing the entire human race. What do we do in the face of this? Let's go to the book of Psalms. What to do is to know and understand that at the epic of whichever terrorism against you, whichever hatred against you, whichever oppression against you, by oppressors, by haters, or by the new terrorist against you, whatever hatred that could be pursued by haters against you, at the epic of it, at the crescent of it, at the heights of it, still God is not moved by what men do. That is what you need to know. I said, what to do is to understand that at the heights of the wickedness that men think that they can visit on you as Africans, treacherously, diabolically, hypocritically, at the epic of what treacherous politician can do to you as a citizen of the United Kingdom, UK, when without shame, at the epic of his evil against his own land and his people. Buju, Akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder. You have shame. God says I should ask of what you are doing to your own people. At the epic of it, still United Kingdom must understand that the God of the Bible is still alive. And man would not prevail over the word of God. You didn't hear me. I said what to do is for Ghana to understand that we have not seen the kind of unthinkable open hatred and hate crime being visited upon the nation and the people. Like our time, like we are seeing under Nana Addo Akufo Addo. Yet, Ghana be still and know that God is not dead. No matter how many of my people, your people, our people, that have been killed by the coward secret killers and their counterparts hiding in America. That is what you know. That's what you need to know. And don't be moved. Psalm 2. Psalm 2. We go there again. They have heard us, brought this to them over and over again. And just like the media does, CNN, they repeat it over and over again. When you go to their news, they play it over and over again. Where did the journalist get the wisdom from? That wisdom from? It is here. That is why they confused in the mind. They read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and they see a repetition of the life of Christ. And in their confused mindset, they think that God is making a mistake. It is wisdom. In this book, there are some scriptures that are repeated word for word, nothing taken out of it. They are here, word for word. If you go through the Bible, example, the prudent foreseeth evil and hideth himself himself, but the simple pass on and is punished. Go check. Okay, so let's go on. This is not the first time of us hearing this. That amidst all the wickedness that is being visited on America, that is being visited on Ghana, that is being visited upon humanity and the nations of the world, under whichever guise they call it. And it has made us so helpless. Our jobs are taken from us. Some of us, they kidnap us and sex up our wife. Me. They did it to me without shame on my own soil of Ghana. Omo kidnap him no mu di me yere. Omo we omo say, "Sɛ wokasa a, yɛbɛku wo nkurɔfoɔ. We will kill your people if you talk about the fact that we kidnapped you and your wife was donating free sex. The person that sought to get you murdered. Come Friday, we would get to know how evil this wicked one is." Psalm 2, verse 1 downwards. God is asking Gabriel Jesus a question. God is asking Washington, D.C., Ghana Embassy. God is asking Owusu Bempah a question. Why do the heathen rage? Why? Why have you hated this African so much? Some stakes within the United Nations. Why? Why there's so much open hate crime? Why? US government. Why? There's so much disregard for your own laws and your own declaration of independence. Why there's so much trampling down on what the fathers and mothers of your nation have labored for? Why? Why there's so much hatred for the African? Why? Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together. They don't do that in isolation. They sit at the table, as the book of Daniel says, and they take the counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, "Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cause from us." He is a Ghanaian like us. He is from the Brong Ahafo region. He was born and bred in Ghana, but he's not from somebody's region. He doesn't look like somebody. He doesn't belong to somebody's political. He doesn't fellowship in the same church with somebody. He's not from the same tribe as Owusu Bempah. So let's decide. Let's take bribe from the US government and decide to kill him and end his life in America, just like the same evil minds made Nkrumah's life end in Romania. Let's kill him because he does not belong to our political party. He does not belong to our tribe. He doesn't come from the same region as we come. He's not of the same gender as we are. Oh, he's not a parliamentarian like us. He is not a minister like us. He's not a judge like us. In fact, he looks like the 8 30 million on over ordinary Ghanaians, citizens of Ghana, born and bred in Ghana. He looks like one of them. So he's not like us. He doesn't have the same status as us. So let's kill his father. Let's kill his uncle. Let's kill his president. Let's kill his vice president. Let's kill his Jerry John Rawlings. Let's kill his Kofi Annan. Let's abduct his children for 10 years. Let's seek to lynch him on his own soil of Ghana. And they have done it all. Yet he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. You didn't hear that. I'm saying to you that it seems to you you are dying. You can't breathe. You have been terrorized medically. Your job has been taken from you. Homelessness has been given to you as your portion. Your company is being willfully destroyed. Your tribe is being deliberately discriminated against. Your race is being willfully discriminated against. And yet, God is not moved by all these that men are doing to you. And He is. He that sitteth in heaven, in the heavens, shall have shall shall laugh. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. God is having a feast of laughter amidst their evil against you. Because they cannot succeed in ending your life. In fact, your enemies are owned by God. You didn't hear this. I'm saying that he whom your enemies serve, Satan himself, is owned by God. Hmm? Whatever God pleases is what He permits him to do. He cannot go beyond what God permits him to do. Satan, whom they worship and serve and hate you so much, Satan is owned by God. So be not afraid of them and what they do. Let them hate you. Don't be moved. Still hold on to God and onto His word. And the good news is, Judas took money from political forces, diplomatic forces, religious forces to get Jesus, my Lord, Christ, to get him killed. They decided to get Jesus killed because they have the money and have paid to Judas. But to shock you, before Christ Jesus, your Lord and my Lord, died on the cross, Judas first hung himself. Judas died before Jesus. So don't worry. God shall let your enemies die before you. Joe, you know something about this undercover agent, which happened in regarding your January 17th, 2022 agenda. You know it. Just wait for God. Humanity shall end here. God bless you. And God bless my homeland, Ghana. It is finished. Occupy till I come is what I receive.